Welcome, everybody. We're going to wait for a few minutes while everybody comes in. Appreciate everybody coming. Wait another minute. I'll be there very shortly, everybody. How's everybody doing? Finkoto, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Just getting some stuff started. Okay, I'm not going to announce it till Discord, so we're going to be in a smaller stream today. That's fine. If people want to come hang out, they can, but I don't want to bother everybody with Discord. Okay, we should be good to go. I'm just trying to set up my YouTube. Integrations. Jonathan, what's going on? Fork, what's up? I don't know why the Discord stuff's not working, but whatever. Whatevs. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing? What game is today? We're gonna use Construct 3. The old Construct 3. Let me reboot Discord real quick because it's acting weird. Quit Discord. Open Discord. Okay, and then we'll open up my skeleton game. So I made some progress. If anybody's been following from past few or yesterday, not past few days. How's everybody feeling with the jam? That's a good question. How is everybody feeling with the jam? You know, how we all doing? Everybody doing good? DJ Scally Scale save the mushroom for the evil princess. Not quite. What I did get running, if you guys are interested, is I got this little UI. I got this little UI implemented. Doesn't do anything yet, but what I did do is I set up an array with the unit types. So we've got torso, head, arm, leg, and some basic stats, right? So attack, defense, speed, and evasion. That's all I could think of. I'm sure we'll add more stuff. But basically this gives the torso some stats. It gives the head some stats. It gives the arm some stats. It gives the leg some stats. And then I set up a separate inventory spreadsheet that tells me, oh, I have 2 skeleton legs, I have 2 skeleton arms, I have 1 head and 1 torso. And then I also set up an interface that lists out my inventory here. And then I did a little bit of UI work so that when I drag a leg, I can drag it. You see how it highlights the 2 leg spots? But also if I drop it, it goes back to where it needs to go. And then I can't drag it to any one of these spots, but I can drag it to a leg spot. And then if I drag it to a leg spot and I drag it somewhere else, it snaps back to that leg spot. This, the number is all over the place. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I've got to refactor some stuff. Like I just lost a leg. Do you see what I did? I just dropped it and now it's just gone. It's just, now I have 0 legs and I only put 1. But it does work, so you can kind of build a skeleton a little bit, right? If you didn't break it right there. Spawn button doesn't do anything. None of that works, but I just kind of built the basic UI. Because I don't like to do boring stuff on stream, and I feel like sometimes UI stuff is super boring stuff, so. Can you send me some stats? Dev speed level 100 and stamina. I would if I could, man. I can't. I'm sorry. You know what I was thinking though? You know, it'd be really cool is if the head, not only did the head have a stat, but the head determines who the unit targets. So the head could either be like a building target or it could be a unit target or something like that. And then if you put a building target head on this guy, when I spawn this guy, he'll only attack buildings, right? So then not only are you building up stats, but you're also building stats and strats in one unit. I thought that'd be pretty cool. The other thing I was thinking about too is, should you be able to spawn a dude with one leg, for example? And I thought, that's actually scope creep, because we'd have to like make him slower speed. But I was like, you know what? With the current system we have, like the wobble, all of your stats come from your parts, right? And the leg, for example, has 5 speed. So with 2 legs right now, you'd get 10 speed. But with 1 leg, you'd get 5 speed. And I was like, that'd be cool. That's fine. If you're like running out of parts and you need to spawn a dude with 1 leg, go for it, right? Now spawning a dude with no legs, you see where the intricacy of all these problems becomes relevant? Suddenly it's not just super simple anymore, because you're like, oh, there's like a bunch of logistical problems to solve, which is weird. But yeah, we're gonna solve those. So I want to get the spawning character button working. I want to be able to do this and drag parts in and actually be able to spawn a dude. Why do you still have a helmet? What? I only had 1 head. Oh, the other thing is you can put endless parts, so I can stack 2 arms on top of each other, and you shouldn't be able to do that. That's dumb, but I'll fix that later. So you shouldn't be able to, you know, make a 6-arm skeleton. That's dumb. Okay, so that being said, let's get this spawn button working. We'll add a behavior, we'll call it button. Why are these so wide? I don't know. 2-headed skeleton. It would be pretty cool. Why not though? Because scope reasons. That's why not. We're gonna do colors for now. So normal color is gonna be 255, 255, 255. Hover color, actually normal color can't be that because hover color is gonna be that. Normal color is gonna be like, let's say 220, 220, 220. Clicked color is whatever. Disabled color is gonna be 150. And then our click animation will be scale. Click animation will be down, and our hover animation will be quadratic. Uh-oh. What did we do? Where do you read messages, comments, you read out loud sometimes, Discord? So I'm streaming to YouTube and Twitch right now, to both. So I'm reading messages on YouTube and Twitch. So if you're asking from just Twitch, you can also find the video on YouTube and you can see everybody else. Most people are on YouTube right now, I think. I think we just broke everything. Please tell me this plugin's not broken. I've actually had a lot of problems with this plugin lately, because this is a paid plugin I bought like a year or 2 ago, but the developer stopped developing it. But Construct kept improving and changing, and then the plugin has had issues. I really hope this doesn't break now, because this is in my main project. And that would set me back quite a bit. What just happened? Let's save this project. I'm going to delete this behavior. Oh, and it works without the behavior. Oh shit. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I remember. This is my fault. Add the Pro UI plugin. Yeah. Okay. It's weird and weird. I'm gonna open up the version. I'm gonna open up the version we just saved, because I had all those settings. Said I would give Scally 6 arms. That's not what broke it. All right. Now our button, it highlights, it moves up, and then when we click it, it goes down. Look at that. It's pretty. It's pretty. And then it also means that when we disable it, it goes dark. It doesn't do any of that stuff, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty useful plugin, right? Like, UI sucks. Animating all that by hand is dumb. Okay, so let's say we've got all of this stuff assigned and I hit the spawn button. What I want to happen is I want this menu to go away, and then I want me to be dragging a skeleton character with my mouse. So then I would click and place the spawned character. That's what I want to happen. So I'm going to worry about all the safety stuff around UI later, like, for example, the fact that you can't spawn somebody until these are filled out. I'm gonna not worry about any of that, and I'm just going to work on the spawning of a character. So UI logic, UI functions. We will add another group called, well, we already have a spawn skeleton with parts, right? Yeah, so this shouldn't be super complicated. Do we assign on drag start, on drag drop? So we've got to assign some data on drag drop. But other than that, it shouldn't be too difficult. Create draggable UI part, create draggable UI slot, drag slot, add quantity, create draggable UI menu from array, get unit part data from tag. So we're going to add another function here. It's going to be called, oh wait, we already have a spawn unit function, don't we? Yeah, spawn unit. Okay, so here's what we'll do then. In UI logic, we'll add a new group. We'll call it spawn button. And in spawn button, we'll say, what do we call that button? Oh, I didn't name it, that's why. On clicked. Let me name this. Button spawn. By the way, a naming convention that I've always kept, and I don't know if it's relevant for you guys, but it is for me in Construct, is I usually name the thing with what they are first, and then what they do. So what they are, what they do. And I find that very useful. So the arrays are array unit parts inventory. Probably not useful in everything, but unit animation box, unit enemy, unit part. So what they are and then what they do seems to work really, really well for me. That's something I've just kind of adopted. So button spawn. That helps me when I'm looking for a button, but I don't know what it's called. It helps for me to search button, and then I can pull up all the buttons. Never seen Construct, looks like a big boy scratch. Might get my kids in it as they don't seem like Unity. This is definitely easier to learn than Unity. 100% easier to learn. 100%. So what we would do is on button click. We would spawn, or actually our button I'm going to spawn another object. That object is going to be UI parts draggable on layer UI. The UI parts draggable is going to spawn another object. That object, no. And then we're going to use our function called spawn unit. Spawn X is going to be UI parts draggable .x. UI parts draggable Y. Team is going to be player. Actually, team's going to be UI for now, because we're not going to assign it to player quite yet. I feel like Unity holds your hand for a lot of things. I guess you got to know the code first. If you're familiar with dev environments and C# and all that stuff, and you've worked in dev environments, sliding into Unity is like another, just another tool. But if you're not familiar with all this stuff and you go into Unity, you're like, what the hell is all this? Right? Like, what am I looking at? I don't even know. And then there's all kinds of hidden menus stuff. Sorry, I'm yawning. I'm yawning today. Unity's not bad. It's just, I feel like actually out of Godot and Unreal and Unity, I feel like Unity has the worst starter experience. Like, even Unreal starter experience is like, you can pop right into a created project in a third person kind of deal. Set axes, set enabled. Okay, we're gonna set all this stuff to the mouse. I'm surprised I can't force a drag drop. That's weird. Team UI. And then can I add? Yeah, so let's pick units by variable. No, we can't. So let's do player by variable. Oh, where did we? Raphael, what's up, dude? Things are good. They're slow, but they're good. So how would we reference this object then? Unreal Blueprint System is just way better than anything else. Unity might catch up. Like they've got, I mean, Bolt is actually hard to use. Last time I used it, I was just like, I don't know what's going on. But I know they're putting a lot of resources into it. Gauntlet, see you later, dude. Helps that GDTV's courses explain Unity in depth. It does. Before I started working with GameDev.tv, I ran a community called GameDev Underground, which I still kind of run, but mods got it handled. But they, I would hear all the time about how great GameDev.tv courses were, like how great they were. And then I met Rick, and I'm just like, dude, these courses they're top notch. So when I got the chance to work with them, like it wasn't a crazy conversation because they have top of the line stuff. They're helping thousands of people learn game dev, and that's amazing. That's all I was trying to do with my YouTube channel and my community, was help more people learn games. Okay, so we've still got our spawning functionality, right? All this stuff works. We just got to make it work to where when you start assembling a unit, it works. What do you use for music for games? Most of my games I've partnered with somebody that knows music, but there is... This is weird, but there's a thing called jukebox, which is artificial intelligence music. Okay. And it's kind of amazing. And I recommend you check it out because it generates music. And usually AI generated music, usually there's stuff that's good enough and it's usually free to use. So it's pretty sweet. The other thing is you can check opengameart.org and they've got some free music on there. I generally, if you're not a musician, I wouldn't roll your own music for a game jam. It's just, it's a whole can of worms that, you know, you don't want to get into. UI. Adding a tween behavior to this because we're going to move it out of the way once you hit the spawn button. What is the right size for the tile palette in Unity? Whatever you believe in. That's like asking what is the perfect food. Like everybody's going to have different opinion, right? It depends on your tile set. It depends on your art. It depends on what kind of art. Are you making pixel art? Are you not? Do you know I've gotten confused for load comms multiple times? I have. Okay, so we spawn unit player. But we have string team, and where do we get team from? The animation box, right? Okay. Okay. Resemblance is uncanny. Yeah. Yeah, especially when I'm in the South. It's had to happen like at least 5 or 6 times in the last year. I had to start learning some of his songs just to be like, you know, tip my hat to people. Okay, so the team is UI. So what we would do is we would pick a... Sorry, it's been a while since I streamed, so you can't go from game dev to community mode. It takes some effort. What do you mean there's no variables there? Come on. Come on. I just saw the variable there. Oh, that's the animation. Okay, well, we're going to add something there. So units, add an instance variable. Type. Or no, type is never used before, so let's use UI. It's going to be a Boolean. And then if team. So real quick, if team is equal to UI, oh, we have to make this an OR block too. So if team equals UI, then units going to set the value to the UI to true. And that way, later on, we can call, what am I doing? Later on, we can call here and we could say unit boolean, let's see, hashtag, where UI is true, then we know where there are, and we set that unit position to an object. That object is UI part. Jeffrey, what's going on? Boom, and then we are also going to add unit parts. I don't know. Add child units. Don't destroy with parent. So then we've got a draggable. And then UI parts draggable as well. This guy. We'll add another boolean here. Boolean. Does Construct have a free trial? It does have a free version for 25 events. I highly recommend checking it out. And then we would set UI true. And if UI is true, we're going to do it every tick if UI parts or UI is true. We're going to UI parts set position to mouse.x, mouse.y. Let's see if we're far enough where we're at so far. It did spawn a skeleton at mouse, which is nice. Oh, and it's following the mouse. Sweet. Okay. Yeah, so the plan is to, hit spawn and then you figure out where you want to put it. And then this is acting weird because it's also following my commands at the same time. But yeah, that's getting glitchy. So the other thing we're going to do is when we spawn this, we are going to disable its movement. If we can, I know there's a way to do it. Move along timeline, move the position. Oh, there it is, enabled. And then we want to disable it. Perfect. So that doesn't happen again. So we've got a spawn. Oh, this is a mess with our old code there that spawns on click. So let's disable that. All right, so now we just got our code that we would place the skeleton wherever we want. And then, so I'm going to add a camera here. Basically, I'm going to insert a new sprite. Be 128 by 128. It's gonna be blue. And I'm gonna do this guy. I'm gonna write a C for camera. I'm gonna call it camera. And I'm gonna add a scroll to behavior, which is essentially like a camera behavior. And then I'm gonna make it initially visible false. But I'm also gonna add an instance variable and I'm gonna call it mode. String. And mode is gonna be empty by default. And I'm gonna add a new group and I'm gonna call it camera. And we're gonna say, add a new function. We're gonna call it set cam mode. And the parameter is new mode. It's gonna be a string. And all this is gonna do is gonna say camera set variable set value to mode 2 the mode. This needs stuff in the future, so I want to. So the idea would be that when we enter, when we click a button, we're going to enter a mode, which is going to be set cam mode 2. Spawn, right? And then we can do, for example, this code and say if mode is equal to spawn. And then we can also say if mode is equal to spawn and we get a click, for example. So if you left click while the mode is spawn, then we're going to place your skeleton. So then we're going to grab this guy. We're going to destroy him, which should place your skeleton. And then we're going to grab this guy, which is from the UI. And we're going to set UI false. So this should allow me to spawn, drag, click, and he stays. Boom. Let me re-enable this right click. For some reason, this doesn't work the first time I click the button. It always spawns a skeleton behind. I don't know why, but the second time it works. So I'm gonna click, he's spawned, and then I'm gonna right click to move. Oh no, I enabled the wrong one. Oh, let me swap these out. So I can spawn now with left click, and I can move with right click. He doesn't move because we didn't enable his behavior. That's right. So we need to enable his move behavior. So now I've got the spawn button working. I can place him here and then I can right click. And then he's good. Okay. So now, oh, and we need to set the cam mode after this. Set the cam mode to blank again. Okay. Okay. We can throw this, actually add subgroup. We'll call this dragging and dropping. We'll throw all this code in there. And then we'll move the spawn button into UI logic. So we're organized. Okay, so this pretty much works. The only thing we haven't plugged in is the parts, right? So we haven't plugged in the individual parts, and it's going to be hard to test without some extra parts. So what do you say we spend the rest of our stream time making some different parts? So I think we've got the Viking head, right? So let's take this guy, basic parts. So let's do this. Let's try to make skins, I guess. So here's the default. This would be like the Viking. So this is his Viking head. Do I have any other Viking? Can we make a shield out of this? I'm sure we can. So let's try that real quick. Let's try let's try that with a stroke. If I ungroup this, this guy. Okay. So boom. And let me use some of these. Should I make a perfect circle? I probably should make a perfect. We start that way. And then I don't know if there's an easy way to put these all the way around. I think sometimes it looks better if you make them look a little hand placed. It's like a style preference, I guess. So we'll do that, and then we'll copy one of these in like that, and we'll copy this brown in there. Maybe that should be the other way around. Maybe that should be the other way around. I don't know. Will this be recorded if you have to stream my son's trying to learn Inkscape? Yeah, it will be. Inkscape is super awesome. I'm a super fan. No, we should cheat. We should not do the hard mode and look up Viking shield vector. Yeah. Okay, so that's okay. That's what I was missing. Okay, some like that. You know what? Let's copy this. Throw it in here. That's one of the cool things about Inkscape. So I'm gonna make this. Edit this. So let's make this actually into a corner then. So make it into a actually, yeah, I want to go for like a more handmade look, right? So we're going to use the pen tool. So I'm going to click right in the middle here, and I'm going to kind of make a wedge, but I'm going to put a dot in the middle, and I'm going to go back down. And then I'm going to turn this into a curve like that. So that's going to create the little wedge piece that we need. And then I'm going to copy this color again. So if I Control C, I'll say what I'm doing just in case anybody's watching and wants to learn Inkscape. So I'm selecting the color I already have. I'm Control C, which copies. And I'm selecting my new object. And if I Control Shift V, it pastes the color other than the object. Does that make sense? So that's what I just did. And then boom, let's straighten this stuff up a little bit. Move it in. If you had a tool to put them all in place, you wouldn't have the hand design look where the dots are slightly different position. Yeah, exactly. I'm a fan of that. I'm a fan of that for sure. Then you got that little weird circle thing in the middle. So I'm just going to copy this. Okay, not bad. Not bad for 5 minutes of work. You know? That doesn't look... That looks funky. I don't know why. Maybe I need that a little bit more. Maybe like a star pattern. Whatever. It's too detailed. Weirdly enough. So every other one of these, I'm gonna delete. Yeah. We're gonna scale this up. And then we're gonna push all these back to the edge. And we're actually gonna scale that down on the X too. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I think part of the problem was it was too detailed. Yeah, that looks way better with less detail. Isn't that weird? That's something that I actually had to learn like the hard way. Of like, I didn't realize something could be too detailed. It didn't occur to me. Actually, until Kindred, Michael pointed out. So I'm just going to go with this. We're done with this now. So he's just going to have... I'm going to copy this. We're just going to do this. That's the whole arm right there. So that's the shield arm. And then we need a sword arm. I'll steal my sword from this guy. That's a really bad sword, but... Like that shield? Thank you, dude. Took me hours and hours and hours to make. I'm glad you like it. We need... That's not going to cut it for a Viking sword. So we need like a boop, 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 like a bow tie kind of shape. Yeah. This whole blade actually needs rework a little bit. Yeah. looks pretty bad. It looks pretty bad. But I don't think we're trying, you know, we're not trying to win any design awards here. Yeah, we're trying to make that a little bit longer to fit the proportion better. Too much. Okay, boom. There, now. Look at that, we got some armor so far. Viking swords are straight blades. Not in my game, they're not. Okay, fine. This is how you end up running out of time, man. You focus on stuff like this. Should they be like that? Then is this a straight? Oh, this should be a straight like that. Yeah. Why does that move that one too? There you go. Yeah, I want to widen it like that. Okay. Those can be two different swords in my game. Because whatever. Okay, is this helmet or yeah, lower on him. Does he need? We need like a Viking leg. So this is so. We can name him Sinbad. I don't care. Why don't we just give? What if we just like created like some knee pads for extra defense? So like, go boop 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 boop. Just like, okay, that's okay, and we'll just make a metal strap. We can do that. Look, this is, they were broke Vikings, okay? So we'll just do boop, 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 boop. This will be a curve, and this will be a curve. This will be a curve. Just like that. And then we'll use the metal. Ship it. Troy, I saw it, man. I didn't get a chance to respond because I was like, I appreciated it. I'm sorry about that. Today's been a busy day. We had the live cast and meetings and then back to streaming. I appreciate you getting back to me, man. That's good. That's acceptable. Is it? Let me Let me put another one of these. Yeah, he's strapped in, man. We don't. This skeleton here. He doesn't mess around with his safety. Okay. Should we make it rounded? Like, maybe? Sort of. Can we add 2 more of these? Is that too detailed? I feel like that's too detailed. Get like the middle of the bone. Shouldn't the colors be the other way around? Metal in the front, leather in the back. Okay, we'll get out of here with your logic, okay? Just because. Anybody had time for your logic? Let's actually use this darker color. This color. Does that still look good? No, it needs to be the same like silver, I think. Match. Maybe we need do we need some of those dots? Or just one dot? Maybe 2 dots. Okay, that could work. Like I said, no design wards here. That's his leg armor. We'll skip this leg for now. We've got a sword and a shield and a leg armor. That looks really weird and stupid. How long did it take you to get used to Inkscape? Years. And I have my whole custom setup here too. It takes a while to get used to. It's easier to learn than Illustrator though. If you're thinking about learning Illustrator, you should learn Inkscape instead because it's easier. I need like a breastplate kind of deal, like a Viking chest plate. How the hell am I gonna make one of those? Not like that. What do this doesn't look like Roman. Not even like Viking. Maybe something like this. Just get rid of the thigh armor. Amazon Fashion. Oh, this is actually a thing you can buy. Okay. Don't get me down that rabbit hole, okay? All right, so I'm just gonna. What if we create like a like a vest? So like boom, 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 and we make it and we turn these round. Not crazy round like that. You know what? That almost kind of works. What if we did that and then brought that to the bottom? And then made that darker. Just connected these. A bunny icon to support a skeleton guild. What if we just take this little, I don't know, like a circle Viking symbol. This guy. Okay, you said someone said get rid of the cav armor. Let's see. Oh, I think you need it, but I do think 2 of these is too many details. Though. I think it looks better without. Change the colors to red and white, then it's a target. If we did that and then I mean, that doesn't look, it's whatever, we can, it's a jam. It'll be fine. Okay, so there's a body part. There's a body part. This is a body part. And this is a body part. This is going to need its own export. Boom. Okay. We could design one more leg, but I'll save that for later. Yeah, keep in mind it's gonna be like this big, if that. So it'll be fine. You'll be able to tell it's a shield and a sword. So let's export these. So selection. Let me do export those, and then I think I'm done streaming for the night. We're gonna keep these quick because I don't want scale head, and then we'll do scale Viking. This is the head that I have. Scale Viking head, and then selection 96. Export as scale Viking torso. Scale Viking what did I say? Scale Viking arm. Scale Viking shield arm. And this one will be skeleton Viking sword arm. And then this will be skeleton Viking armor leg. Okay, so we've got the basic parts. Let's load them in. So skeleton default. Let's load in the Viking helmet. So where is this at? This is at the nose. So let's put this at the nose in the same spot. And we'll call this skeleton Viking. Load a tag for it. Torso, same deal. Skeleton Viking. Same stuff, just chest over it. Skeleton default, skeleton. This is where it gets weird. So skeleton Viking sword. Boom. And this image point needs to be here. Then duplicate it again. And this one is shield. This needs to be here. Skeleton Viking shield. So those are the two arms, and then we got one other leg. And we'll just call these skeleton Viking. Skeleton Viking. Okay, I'm gonna give these all stats. So here's our kind of units. I'm gonna copy one of these. Skeleton Viking to the unit. Type is the leg. Then we did a skeleton Viking. Our tag is Skell Viking leg. Combat. So the leg is armored. So let's give the leg 5 defense. But let's give it 2 speed. Right. So similar to that, I guess. 2 speed and 3 evasion. Would evasion go up with armor? No, because armor's no. Skeleton Viking arm. We got 2 of these. Skeleton Viking sword arm. Skeleton Viking sword and Skeleton Viking shield. Sword. Shield. Shield. Arm. Aim. Armored leg. Shield. Or a sword arm and sword leg. So the sword arm would have 5 attack but 0 defense and 0 speed and 0 evasion. Then the shield arm have 5 defense, 0 attack, 2 attack, and 2 on the sword as well. Okay, so we've got the leg, the sword, the shield. Let's add the arm and the torso. The torso and the head. Torso, head. Scale. Viking. Viking. These are all skeleton Viking for the animation name. Armored torso and armored head. And if the regular torso has 5 defense, the armored torso is going to have 10 defense. If the regular head has 5 evasion, it's going to have 5 evasion and 5 defense. Okay. We've got stats added. Now I'm going to add those to our inventory, okay? So I'm going to do, we have 2 different skeleton arms. Well, let me put this back how it's supposed to be. And then add 2 more slots. And we're going to take Viking shield arm and give us 2 of those. Then we're going to take Viking torso, give us 1 of those. Also look like the helmet. Okay, so I hit play. I gotta swap this back. Oh, it doesn't actually set the animation in the, that's good to know, because we gotta fix that. So when we are creating a draggable UI part, and the type is torso, we spawn it. We also have to say unit part set animation to part tag, I believe. Double check and make sure that works. It does not. In the part, oh, the part tag, oh, is just generic. Oh, but it's the type, right? Yeah. Oh, that didn't set the right torso either. Do I not have access to that data? Well, that doesn't make any sense. Create draggable UI slot, the part tag and the part quantity, type, returns index 1 here. Oh, but the part tag itself should be the actual animation. So data needed is part tag. So we do have the part tag. Isn't that what I tried first? It didn't work. What does 0 speed mean? So these are stats. And the idea being that each individual body part of the game that you drag onto your unit is going to add. So speed, in the game's case, when he moves, that's going to be how fast he moves. So that's going to be like that's like a 10 speed, for example. So a 5 speed would be a half that, and a 20 speed would be about double that. That makes sense. Why aren't these torso animations showing up? It's weird. Create draggable UI slot. Create draggable UI part. UI. So the type is the torso. Let's add a debug in here. Creating torso. Say part tag. Let's see. Creating torso part tag scale Viking torso. Oh. Do we need to name these by the tags then? These guys? We have the animation in there. David, have a good night, dude. So torso and head is just skeleton Viking, right? Skeleton Viking. Skeleton Viking. Then arm is skeleton Viking sword and skeleton Viking shield. Yeah. And then leg is just skeleton Viking as well. Okay, so what I actually need is not the part tag, but I need functions dot unit part data from tag, which is a function I made, where we pass in the part tag. The data needed is animation. Right, that's why I built that function, for that very reason. Ah, shit, where did that... Messing with data structures, have you or any other dev tried using Data's real-life data structure libraries like sports stats for an individual player? I haven't. There we go. It's populating. Okay. No, I just make up a bunch of garbage data, usually. Let's make this for each part. Part arm. Leg. All right, so there we go. So we've got some issues. Let's re-export the shield, because I think the shield is based on this arm, the original arm. Let's do that. Let's re-export this. And Inkscape didn't export. That's a bug that it drives me crazy. Oh, Inkscape. So if we did that, yeah, there we go. These are a little bit big though. But anyway, so we can drop the shield in, the Viking head, but with the regular torso, regular left leg, an arm, and a leg. So now we'd have to get our function working to where the character we spawn isn't just a generic skeleton, but it takes those exact parts. But we have duplicate parts now. So that would work, but I think that is stuff we do for a different day. Because I'm ready to call it quits. But this is cool. Once we get this running, then we can work on the AI for the units fighting each other. And we've got like a battle simulator with a necromancer, which is pretty cool. I can obviously mirror this stuff too to make it flip, make it look better. Resize some of this stuff to make it fit better. All that jazz. Actually, well, hold on. Let's just do that real quick since we can. What if we did this? How does that look? Oh, hold on. Shield's way too big. All right, now let's try it. There we go. That's okay. Boom. We can make a Viking skeleton. All right. Well, thank you all for hanging out with me. I appreciate it very, very much. We got to get that new graphic so it doesn't say starting. But thank you guys for hanging out. I will see you tomorrow for another stream. Stream will be around 5 p.m. EST. I'm not going to announce these in Discord. Just to, you know, keep things cleaner. We don't need to bother everybody. But I appreciate you guys coming out. And I'll see you tomorrow. Keep doing the jam stuff, man. Nobody quit. Keep at it. Keep doing it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.